Been a while, but we're back. S15's been stripped. I just packed everything up and totally forgot to film. But anyway, engine's out. Obviously, I ripped the head off. I just put the cover over that because I'm taking it tomorrow. But gearbox is out. I'm going to disassemble that, chuck it back in its box, ship it back to Japan, unless there is anybody watching that is a gearbox manufacturer company, has a sequential that they would like for me to promote. I'm kidding. We have brand spanking new secondhand bare head. So I picked this up off a bloody good egg. These are so freaking expensive now, it's insane. But we have a new cylinder head because the one down there is cactus, and it's coming with me for a little bit of a road trip, which we're going to kick off first thing in the morning. So we're going to cut straight to that, I think, and I'll explain what we're doing. S15 is going to be sitting for a bit, quite a bit probably, because it needs a, well, I'm going to pull that down and make sure it's all good, then get a new head for it. But you all know I need a head for the car in Japan, so yeah, there's that as well. That's happening here because I destroyed that one. And my RB35 bottom end short block still for sale. If anyone's interested, hit me up. It's still in Japan. I'm shipping it back to Australia. It's just in a bit of a process. But if someone anywhere around the world wants to buy it, hit me up because I'll ship it direct to you, obviously at your expense. Let's hit the road. It's like a lot of explaining to do. Let's go. G'day guys, today we're measuring the new engine, brand new second-hand one, and no, unfortunately it's not the billet block on that side of the road. We're in the old cast block right here. So brand new RB26 cast block for the 2026 season. I'll be reusing the billet crank, PPM billet crank, 2.6 PPM rods. Marl pistons, I believe. All brand new second-hand stuff. Let's go. G'day guys, we're back. We're in Sydney. We're obviously at Power Tune, and this is the engine room that we use now here. It's freaking awesome. There's some billet madness going on over there. I wish that was me, but anyway, we're here. So, cast block, big experiment. If anyone can see the green, you'll understand what's going on here. So, I'm not going to go into detail because it's going to cause a lot of people to make opinions and say this is going to happen, that's going to happen, but this is an experiment. So it's all I can afford to do with the budget I have, and whatever happens is my own consequence. So this is my decision in the end. Chia's not sure how it's going to go. I'm not sure how it's going to go, but we have a lot of faith in stuff we've done before in this area. So yeah, obviously it's never ever been done in drifting before, so I'm the guinea pig. I don't like being the guinea pig, but I have a lot of faith in obviously everyone around us here at Power Tune and and fast torque and yeah, obviously my ability to put an engine together. So PPM stroker crank 2.6, we're going to be reusing that. We're going to be reusing the rods and pistons. These have actually done like 6 years worth of work. I haven't measured the pistons up yet to make sure they're all good, but I believe they will be. Everyone will be thinking you're crazy, why don't you just get new ones? I don't have the budget, so I did that 3.5, cost me a lot, and yeah, kind of set me up not to have the best start to the season this year. So I'm still trying to sell that. If anyone is interested, the 3.5 litre RB30 short block is for sale. I need it gone ASAP to help obviously get this season underway, because we have the entry fee that's due in like a week, and it's like 15k, like all up. Ugh. Anyway, I'll figure something out. I'll sell my gearbox or whatever. I'll just make it work. But yeah, if you guys do want to help, you can go to the website, driftsquid.com, buy some merch. It goes a long way. It helps heaps. There's also like, I know a lot of people have asked if they can just donate, like start a GoFundMe, but I don't want to do that. There's a donation thing on my website where you can just donate money if you wanted to. I don't ever expect that. I just appreciate you guys watching these videos. And like, if you can just do something, just share this video with someone that you know wouldn't watch it, and then they might get enjoyment out of this journey, because I can guarantee you this year is going to be insane. I know we got through last year and I pushed and pushed and pushed to make it happen, but I feel like this year financially is going to be freaking insane. So for me to push to what I did last year, if I got to do that to make it through this year, I'll do it. But I didn't have that massive financial issue, because I obviously sold all my stuff and I was just using the money I had sort of sitting there. So, but that's not there anymore. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Anyway, we're measuring everything up. I'll do some time lapses because I know you guys have been hanging for them, and we'll just get this underway. So let's go. Okay, been learning all about the measuring. Oh, look what I did with the gurney. Blew my hand off. Been measuring everything using these snap gauges. So I had to use this to obviously get into the tunnel bore, the freaking bore of the crank. Bore, what am I talking about? Where the crank sits, you know what I mean? Anyway, so measured all that. What else we measured? Measured the pistons, obviously the raised side, the non-raised side, the skirts. Yeah, measured everything, and honestly, I can't believe it. After 6 years of abuse, it's still looking bloody good and measuring up really well. So I just got to measure the rods now. Just waiting on new rod bolts to get here, and then I'll disassemble them, put new rod bolts in, torque them up. You just chuck them in a vise and torque them up, and then do the measuring, obviously both ways, just to make sure they're not out of round or anything silly. Rings there, all the old ones are here. I just laid them all out so I could just inspect them and see what they look like. And then, yeah, so we've got everything happening here. Billet block over there, go-kart, and my RB26. Anyway, we're making moves. It's a bit of a slow process, but we're trying to make up a new documenting sheet, which is gonna make this so much easier in the future for new engines that they do over here. So yeah, it's good. And then I've brought my S15 motor here too, just to inspect. Obviously you guys would know what happened there. If you didn't, unfortunately it seized the cam cap, and yeah, I'll show you what happened there in another video, but that'll be happening as soon as I've done this one. So I've got to get busy. And like, yeah, I don't know, the crank that measured up perfect actually. Like ridiculously good for how much abuse it's been through. Everything so far is good. The only thing that I'm a little bit concerned about is the bore on the new engine, but they would have torque plated it, so just have to factor that in as well. But yeah, just getting everything checked, and yeah, it won't be long until we're piecing it together. It's exciting. You guys are probably very curious about the billet block over here. This one is Fast Torques and Power Tunes experimental. So they're using a billet head. Pretty much same deal. The man himself. The one in charge of this. I was just telling him that you're building a 3,000 horsepower RV. Yeah, big secret. Can't show you under here. That's the big secret. But yeah, it's all big experiment going on, and we're at 2,800 already. Not we, Peter is. When do you reckon you're gonna get 3,000, mate? Next time. Next time. I'm not showing you or telling you anymore. You're gonna have to wait until Pete starts vlogging. It's been an entire day dicking around. Put this freaking head torque plate on and went through all the measurements of the bore. Noticed that even with the girdle on and off, changes the bore clearance and everything. So we've just been trying out a heap of new different things, and yeah, and then started checking all the shells for the mains on the crank, and yeah, found some interesting things there. But anyway, we're not happy with the piston to bore clearance, so sending it back to the machine shop to make it bigger than what it is now. So getting that done, and then it's not because the pistons have got bigger or like expanded or anything like that. We just want a bigger clearance for what we're doing with this block. So yeah, it's got to go back. So we're picking it up in the morning, and then I'll be twiddling my thumbs, probably working on this setup here. So the built block, it's got to get put back together as well. It's not mine, I wish it was, but yeah, so I'm gonna start cleaning that up while I'm sitting here playing with myself. Engine building is so time consuming. It's freaking crazy. Anyway, into it. Block is back. So we've had it re-machined for the bore. Had to clean it all again, the girdle, and also this time we had the girdle torqued up, torque plate on the top, because it actually changes the bottom of the bore size quite a lot without the girdle. So there's another little tip for anyone that's tuning in. It's not much, but because we're going to be making this so highly strung, it's very critical that we want everything perfect. We're also testing a lot of things on this engine. So we're getting as much data as we can throughout the whole process, because yeah, it's obviously still cast and very obvious what's going on here if you look in that direction. Plastic gauge is back on. This is like the third time now. So I'm just going over and making sure we got the right clearance that we're aiming for. I'm not going to tell you what we are aiming for, because like everything, people are going to be, you know, putting their 2 cents in. So yeah, this is what Chia wants. He's a tuner. Do as he says, basically. So we're going to go by his ring gap, his bearings gap, and also we're going with his piston to bore size, which we changed. So yeah, it's all pretty exciting. But I don't know if I mentioned yet, all the PPM rods and the pistons, they're male pistons. Been using them for what, 6 years, and they're all measured up freaking perfect. Like a little bit too good, to be honest. Even the gudgeon pins, everything. The crank is like spot on. There's no difference between front and back. It's yeah, it's pretty freaking awesome. So anyway, let's do this. Make sure the bearing clearance this time. I should have nailed it, but I'm just going to double check or triple check now with the plastic gauge. Make sure we're all home and nosed. Get that done, and then I can work on ring gaps next. It's taken a while, but we're getting there.
The next day.
Yeah, you're probably thinking, damn, this dude takes a while to build an engine. You're right, I do. Doing the ring gaps now, and I've already made a little boo-boo. So I just checked all the oil ring ones first, and the clearance is sweet. I've never ever cut rings before. So using this for the first time, just winged it with all the old rings I had and just like played around with it. It's actually very simple. So I'm just going bit by bit and then chucking them back in and checking. And I'm just using an old flat top, well, domed, but it's yeah, a flat piston. Put a bloody oil ring in there, go down to that bottom's out, and then you know it's flush. Looks like they used to use the gudgeon pin as like the bottoming out bit, but it rocks too much for me. So I'm using the oil ring on the piston, just so you can like push it down so it's flat, and then chuck your feeler gauge in, and got these little nifty snap-on ones here. And you can see where it's at. So 3 cylinders done on the second ring. Then I'll do the top ring, and our specs. I'm not going to tell you what they are because obviously everyone's got their own opinions and whatever. So to not cause any fires, I'm not going to tell you what we're doing it to. But yeah, it should be very interesting. It's all different learning process going on here. Documenting everything. So if anything happens, we can pull it down and see what it was and what it's ended up being. So yeah, it's gonna be a big day for me. So I've got to keep going. Sorry guys. Okay, putting the pistons in now. So cranks in, squirters are in, and yeah, I'm just gonna do the rings now. They've all been cut, bagged for each cylinder. So I'll put the rings on very carefully, lube them up with engine oil, lube the bores up with engine oil, slowly bring them down to their new home, and then I'll do the rod bearings with the new 625 rod bolts. So this is what come out, that's what we're putting back in. $800 just for bolts. But because I want to sing this thing to freaking 10 grand, that's what you gotta pay. So we got this little 86.5mm sleeve that we use. The only problem with this one is it's got like a insert, but it doesn't locate the greatest. So you gotta kind of base it off of the water gallery holes. And then yeah, it's gonna be interesting. But yeah, that's what I'm up to now. So this is taking me so freaking long. Anyway, let's get it done. Oh, short block is now done. I had a rather large amount of boo-boos. I also managed to break this sucker. Turns out in the factory position, these hit the pistons. On the Marley pistons. However you want to say that. Marley's easier. But anyway. So you have to offset them with a washer, which is interesting. Anyway, 5 are good. I'm gonna try and get another one. I'll probably try and buy one from Just Jack or something, because these are $100 each. It's freaking nuts. Short block's done, obviously second-hand pistons, and when I pulled it apart in Japan, I didn't write the numbers the same way, but trust me, they're all the correct way. The laser etching is all on that side, so. Step 1 is done. Now I have to wait on the cylinder head because the one I had fixed for the RBM3 has actually got 1/2-inch head studs drilled out now because of all the drama that I had in Japan. Damn it. So that one's no good for this one because we are not going any bigger with this block. It's already cracked. What the frick? It didn't crack the other day. Anyway, that definitely wasn't cracked the other day. A little bit concerning though. It's time for us to band together and get enough money into the Squid account so we can get a billet block, guys. Come on. Oh, that'll be right. This one's going to be killer. Okay, on to the next thing, which is probably going to be tomorrow. I'll give you some updates on the cylinder head and everything we're going to be doing around this engine to try and get it up and running this week.
The next day.
Hey, look at this! Righto, new video. We're going to annoy someone, and I'm very curious about going here because one of the good mates' cars is there. So we're just going to a workshop real quick on our lunch break, and we're going to have a little Jesus. And we're just going to annoy him and surprise him with a little workshop tour anyway. There in a minute. Okay, been a few days, but I'm still waiting on some parts for that engine. Richard's been in here actually building his own engine too. And then we have an M1 block here for cheer. While we're waiting for that, let's get in the S15 motor. Rods and pistons are out. And it might look bad. I was expecting a lot worse because obviously there was a lot of aluminium in my clear view filter, but doesn't look like it's got down to here, which is good. So now it's time to take the girdle off and inspect all the main bearings. We obviously got to take the back cover and the front cover off, so I'll get onto it. Yeah, fun. Okie dokie. Not sure where I left off with the S15 motor, not gonna lie, but I've just been going over everything again. I managed to get the bearings I needed. I have to go up a size because these ones look like they were a little bit too tight. So we've gone up 1 thou clearance. I'll recheck it all with the plastic gauge. I did do it quickly with the used bearings, and they're pretty freaking hammered, eh? So yeah, I'm not really sure how that happened, what happened, but when I did World Time Attack and debuted the S15, I actually had the main feed come off to the dry sump pump because it was such a rush thing. I obviously forgot to do that one completely up. Massive problem with me when I'm tired. I just do things and say I'll come back to it. But I did really good in Japan last year with that, so I think I've changed enough to not have that happen again, which is good because obviously I was very tired the entire season last year. So what we've done now is, and by we I mean me, because it's just me, myself and I. So I got my cleaning stuff out there. Huge thanks to Fast Talk, by the way, and PowerTune for giving me access to this insane facility. Like, I've got engines and crap everywhere. I haven't got it on today, but this weekend's gonna be like 40 degrees. I've got an aircon. Like, don't get much better than this. I've never been out of work in aircon on my cars before. So yeah, this is freaking cool. Crank's good. That's just me looking over it. Pulled the grub screws out, cleaned that. I've gone through and just like cleaned up the block. Good thing about the Ross sump is it's got mesh filters in between each one. So I've pulled all that down, cleaned it all, put it all back together. Now I'm just gonna basically do the crank bearings, so the mains, get that in, plastic gauge it, make sure it's all happy, because I'm just going to go use these now, the HXs. So if you know the difference between the H's and the HXs, it's just 1 thou of clearance. It's still standard size, it just gives you more clearance. So that's exactly what I'm going to do with the mains and the rods. I got these from Rocket. They're actually a lot more expensive than getting them from Nissan's. So if you're from Sydney, I'm pretty sure the public can just buy straight from Nissan's. It's usually where I go, but they're out of stock and I needed them for the long weekend. And that will get me to the point where I can put this bottom end back together, wrap it up and take it back to Adelaide. But I'm thinking what I'm going to do now is my old head, which has all been fixed up, has got 1/2-inch head studs. This block does not have 1/2-inch head studs, but I'm still just going to put that block on here because my new engine over there wrapped up. Oh, we got RBs everywhere here. This one here, which is all wrapped up, that doesn't have 1/2-inch either, but Cheer doesn't want it because we've obviously done a few little tricks and treats on that one. So I'm getting another head made now. I found a clean skin from my buddy Lewis back in Adelaide, and I'm putting everything out of the damaged one from the S15 and the RBM3 into that one. But we've also got a very awesome new partner that's come on board, Kelford Cams. So they've done me a solid with a really good price on all the products I need from them. And it was meant to get here yesterday, and I was going to race it to the JS cylinder heads in Sydney and get him to quickly put it together so then I can get that motor done and show you guys what I'm about to do with it, which is exciting. But yeah, the parts didn't rock up. They were supposed to be overnight, but they did not make it. Everyone sort of went on holidays on the Friday, which sucks. So now I'm stuck here till Tuesday because there's a long weekend. But it gives me time to just focus on this motor and chip away at it, because between this motor and them motors over there, because I've helped clean one up for Cheer as well, and Richard actually, there's a lot of bearings, a lot of measuring, just a lot of noise going on. So for me to be able to sit down and just focus on this is very good. So I'm going to spend all day today and tonight just chipping away at this, get it done. Happy days. So yeah, I'll be back once I have another update, guys, but that's it for now. Ciao. Righto, as you've seen, the Kelford parts have finally arrived. They did me a solid, sent the parts as quick as they could. They sent the parts as quick as they could, and they gave me a solid discount. So massive shout out to Kelford Cams. I was going to use them anyway, no matter what. If I was getting a discount, full sponsorship or anything, I was just going to be using Kelford because they're the bee's knees at the moment and close enough to being Aussie, Kiwis, so got to support them, you know. But yeah, their cams are going to allow me to do the freaking head studs up while the cams are still in the engine. Oh, would have saved me mountains of work last year in Japan. But yeah, there you have it. So I'm heading to JS cylinder heads now. James is going to get cracking and finish the head, ready for us to put it back on the donk that I built by hopefully in the next couple of days. We'll see what he says when we get there. Things are moving slowly, guys. We just got out of a very long weekend where I literally had nothing to do on the last day. So yeah, I've been going crazy trying to figure out how I can make this season happen. So we're back on the road. Let's go.